Hello. So I need some war lions for my high elf army. What GW would like us to do is build a load of Tiranoc chariots from this dual kit and use the leftover lions as our war lion units. I don't really want any more Tiranoc chariots though, and at the time of recording the only way to get them is by buying the battalion box. If they want to sell me the lions separately, I'll buy them, but I don't think that's happening anytime soon. So I need an alternative, and this video is all about finding one that will fit with the rest of what is otherwise an army of GW models. The first option I'm going to look at is these White Angel Heirs of the Sun Lions. They've got some cool looking armour, 5 different sculpts, quite interesting poses. They look fairly different to the GW lions, but they might work. I don't actually own a 3D printer or know the first thing about it if I'm honest, so I'm going to have to order them and hope for the best. They're available in a 28 or a 32mm scale, so I'm going to choose one of the sculpts and order it in both sizes to see how they scale compared to the rest of my GW High Elves. That's not the only option I'm going to try. These are Last Sword's Wild Elven Lions. Now they look pretty cool, very dynamic models. I'm not sure how well they'll fit, but we'll see. There are 4 different sculpts, 2 male lions and 2 female lions. I think their default scale is 32mm, and thankfully my friend Alex has offered to print them for me so I can see what they're like. I have here a white lion chariot. Forgive the teeny tiny transfer on the banner, I'll have to remove it or paint over it at some point because it annoys me. Anyway, I have this and some of the woodsmen I've kit bashed at the ready so we can compare the scale of the lion models, which by the magic of TV, I already have right here. These are the White Angel Lions, which come with a tactical rock, one 32mm, the other 28. They look good, but I'm gonna say that this 28mm version is more of a lion cub. It's pretty small when you put it next to the GW lines, as you can see, but that's okay because it does fit nicely on a 25x50mm base. I think I'll be putting it on one of them instead, and I'll use it as a unit filler in my block of white lions. On the other hand, the 32mm one looks fine. I could see a unit of them working. Again, it's a little smaller than GW's lions, but it's close enough in my opinion, so if you're going with White Angel lions, then definitely order them in a 32mm. Moving on to the Last Sword models now then. I have the 4 different sculpts here. The tails need sticking on, but otherwise that is it. I haven't used 3D prints a lot, but after putting together White Lion Infantry the last few days, I'm definitely appreciating the simplicity of this stuff. Anyway, these are all at their default scale, which I believe is 32mm, and if I'm honest, they're a little bit on the big side. It's kind of hard to tell with the more dynamic posing, but yeah, they're a touch bigger than the GW version. If I had the option, I'd get them printed slightly smaller than this, so if you can, I'd do that. I'm going to go with these as they are though for now. They still fit comfortably on a 30x60mm base, and if you hang on a minute, I'll give you a super quick and simple method for painting them to look a little like the scheme GW uses for their lions. So starting off, we're going to use some Sandry dust as a base coat all over the model. War Lions are Movement 8, Weapon Skill 5, Strength 4, Tough 4, 1 wound, 2 attacks each, and they've got Cleave and Blow, Fear, Move Through Cover, Open Order, Swift Stride and Vanguard. I'm not expecting them to do a lot, but with Cleave and Blow and Vanguard it might be funny every now and again to try and get a turn 1 charge off into something. Mostly I'll probably just use them to get in the way of stuff though. It'll probably take a couple of coats of Sandry dust, but once that's done, we'll move on to some Seraphim Sepia and put that all over the model as well. If you follow the channel, you may have seen that I was at Warhammer World last week. It's the 3rd time I've been to visit since Old World was released, and it is awesome to see how the game is growing there. So much more Old World stuff on the shelves, and in the gaming room the display cabinets are full of it. They are planning their own teams events and doubles events now. It was really good to see. Not to forget the awesome reveal we had for Cathay the other day too. The game really is in a great place. So I've finished shading the model with Seraphim Sepia now, and I'm going to switch to Abaddon Black just to go over all the claws. Bugman's glow next for painting the gums and the tongue of the lion with its mouth open. So at the time of recording we have finally got sight of wave 2 for High Elves, but unfortunately it does look like we're going to need a third wave. I think they did mention that in one of the Warcom articles earlier on, but we're definitely going to need a third wave. We've got no Silver Helms, no Loth Sky Cutter, the Chariot kit's not in there, there's been no Made to Order yet either, so still a few bits that we're waiting on, but at least we can get our next lot of models in this weekend. Just the tiniest bit of lead belcher now for this little contraption on the tail. I'm going to make up a mix using Aveland Sunset and Squig Orange to try and get some amber eyes. I'm fairly happy with the colour of that, so I'm just going to get some more Abaddon Black and use that to do the pupil of the eye. And just the tiniest little bit of Nuln Oil just to shade the ornament thing on the tail. Getting close to the end now, and we're just going to use some white scar and a dry brush to go over the lion's mane and any of the other hairier bits around its feet and stuff. Next I'm going to grab some Ashabti bone just to highlight the teeth. As you can see, I've already started doing the basing in between takes, and once I've finished doing the teeth here, I just grab a bit of Caribou Crimson to put around the one with its mouth open over its gums and stuff, just to shade them and make them look a bit cooler, and then finish off the basing, and when I've done that we can have a look at the end result. And here we go. They're awesome looking models. Let me know if you think they fit well in a GW High Elf army. Let's not forget the White Angel Lions either. They're great too, and I'll definitely post a pickup of them when I've got them painted. I think at 32mm, they may be arguably a better scale. The Last Sword miniatures could probably do with being 10% smaller, but I still think they look great, and I'll be using these on the table in my Chracian Warhost soon. Thanks for watching. Please do give the video a like and a subscribe. Otherwise I'll say bye bye for now.